Hello, I am Nuño, and now I'm going to explain some applications of the harmonic wheel. First, some examples on diatonic modulation and how to find the pivot chords. Then the PLR operations with an example by Beethoven. Then a well-known tonal composition. After that, two non-tonal compositions. The first one with the chords a major third apart and the other with chords a minor third apart. And then two more tonal compositions but including modulations. Imagine we want to modulate from C major to G major, and we want to know which are the pivot chords, that is, those chords which are common to the both keys. So if we start with C major, we have it represented on the harmonic wheel. This is the tonic, and the consonant chords in this key are those included in this big rectangle. If we move from C major to G major, whose tonic is here, the pivot chords or common chords are easily found here. They are A minor, C major, E minor, G major. If we want to modulate from C major to D major, whose tonic is here, then the pivot chords will be E minor and G major. We can do the same to the left, that is to the region of flats. If we want to modulate from C major to F major, whose tonic is here, these are the four pivot chords. And if we want to modulate from C major to B flat major, whose tonic is here, then the pivot chords will be these two chords. Of course, we can use enharmonic keys, for example, for modulating from D flat major to B major, whose tonic is here, and these two will be the pivot chords. PLR operations are the basic operations with major and minor chords. P stands for parallel, L for leading tone exchange, and R for relative. On the harmonic wheel, if we consider one consonant chord, for example A major here, the three operations are found by crossing the three edges of the triangle, as we can see here. We have a good example by Beethoven in his 9th Symphony, second movement. From this point, we find this chord progression from C to AM is a relative operation. AM to F major is a leading tone exchange operation, and so on. If we represent the chord progression on the harmonic wheel, we start with C major, and then we have an R operation, then L operation, RL, RL, etc., until we reach the chord A major. So the chords follow a circumference on the harmonic wheel. Let's listen to it played by the Philharmonia Bartók. Now, tonal composition, Autumn Leaves by Joseph Kosma, which is written in B flat major and G minor. We can represent those chords on the harmonic wheel. The first chords are the cadence 2, 5, 1, that is second degree, fifth degree, and the first degree, and then other chords of this key. In most cases, the chord types are exactly the seventh chords printed on the harmonic wheel. So it is very easy to memorize this diagram. Let's listen to it played by Chet Baker. So if we can memorize this diagram, we will transpose it very easily to any of the other keys. Now, a non-tonal composition, Giant Steps by John Coltrane. It is based on chords a major third apart, so they will follow as spiral lines. The chords are B major 7th, G major 7th, E flat major 7th, and again B major 7th. Before each of these chords, we will have the cadence 5-1 or 2-5-1. Let's listen to it played by John Coltrane. So it is easy to memorize this diagram, and therefore we can transpose it to any of the other keys. Another non-tonal composition, in this case a bossa nova called Indudable and composed by myself. It is based on 4 minor chords, a minor third apart, that is following a radial line or a Bartók axis, and 4 major chords following other radial lines, so they form another Bartók axis. And we can listen to it played by Tony Cottoli. The next example is a tonal composition, all the things you are, but including modulations. It starts in F minor, A flat major, and then it modulates to C minor, E flat major. We can represent the harmonies on the harmonic wheel. The first section starts with F minor, and then the cadence 2, 5, 1, and other chords of this key. And then it modulates to the next key on the right, that is starting with C minor, and then the cadence 2, 5, 1, and other chords in this key. In most cases, the chord types are exactly the 7th chords printed on the harmonic wheel. Let's listen to it by Artie Shaw and his orchestra. And the last example is a tango called Despechada, composed by myself, which includes modulation. It starts in A minor, C major, then we modulate to F sharp minor, A major, and then we come back to A minor, C major. We can represent the harmonies on the harmonic wheel. In the first section, we start with A minor, and then the cadence 2, 5, 1, and other chords. And then the modulation is to the key which is above this one, that is F sharp minor, and then the cadence 2, 5, 1, and then we return to the first key, starting with A minor, then the cadence 2, 5, 1, and other chords in this key. Let's listen to it played by Tony Cottoli. So the Harmonic Wheel is a musical resource for analysis and composition, both for tonal and non-tonal compositions, including modulation and finding pivot chords. Normally, we obtain simple and compact diagrams, which are easy to memorize and, of course, easy to transpose to any of the 12 keys. It also allows to visualize the composition structure and provides an efficient mnemonic notation. You can find all the information on the webpage harmonicwheel.com in English or in Spanish ruedaharmonica.com. I have a YouTube channel, Rueda Harmonica, and the Harmonic Wheel is available at Amazon both in US and Europe. Thank you very much for your attention.